Window shopping at Retro Raven. Well, don't mind if I do. John Riggs here. How are you feeling? Want to do a little bit of window shopping if you can't make it, if you don't have a local game store in your town, maybe going to conventions is hard for you. There are plenty of websites online that will cater to your retro gaming needs and modern gaming as well. Retro Raven was brought to my attention by a buddy of mine, and I was like, well, I know Retro Raven. I bought stuff from them. I think it was at Southeast Game Exchange. They had a booth there, and I didn't even know they had an online shop. So let's browse, if you will. And I know it's called window shopping, but if there's something they can't live without, I have no problems, whipping out the old Alaskan Airlines credit card so I can gain some miles and grab some cool games here. So we have the new releases right up front, which is interesting because it's called Retro Raven. And the first thing they show are the new releases. Well, I'm not interested in all that. I'm interested in stuff a little bit more my generation. We have Nintendo, PlayStation, and more. And I don't know. I just for some reason, I think it's just because I'm so used to it. I don't know if used to it's the right word. Because I am so accustomed to it. I'm more familiar with it, I guess. I like starting with the NES games just to see what they have. Listed alphabetically here. You're looking at like $9.95 for 10-yard fight. It's also showing the games that are sold out, in case they get them back in stock, maybe. But it would be nice if you could. Is there a way to that one site did? I don't think there's a way to just hide the ones that are sold out. Like, just show me what's in stock. Maybe over here. I don't know if this thing popped up or not, but sometimes it doesn't. Featuring best selling. I like to do the price high to low. Just show me the rare stuff. Show me the hard to find stuff. And so we start off with the CIB stuff, which isn't bad. But what's the and even at CIB? I mean, if the most expensive NES game that they have is $374, I'm curious to know what the most expensive loose game they have is, because we're going to find out here in a little bit. It may have been Metal Storm, but it's sold out. See, someone bought Metal Storm. That's nothing wrong there. Oh, here we go. GI Joe for the NES. $89.99, fine price. That's about, I mean, I've seen it go for 100, and but you're also looking at the ripped label. I like that they watermark their images. So this is telling me that this is the game you're getting. Like, this is sometimes there are some websites that just say, here's the game in stock, and then you get the game and there's label damage or something like that. It looks like, and let me double check here. It looks like they're taking their own photos of their own games, which is the way it should be. Like, this, you're getting this literal game. Here's literally what it looks like. A lot of games are sold out, so they're doing something right here. People are loving these guys. What's another loose game they have here? Oh, Worm, I love Worm. Oh man, look at the label rip on that Mega Man 4 there. Widget, Mega Man 4. So not a whole lot of NES if we're all down to the $50 games. And Contra for 50, is that how much it goes for now? That seems a little high to me. Pirates for 40. I do like Pirates. All right, so NES, although they have some. Image Fight for $31.95. All right, and then on down and down and down. $30 for Tailspin, sure. Popeye, a classic. RoboCop 2, a nostalgic favorite for Minnie as well. All right, that's fine. Let's go to Super Nintendo. Oh, and they have box systems too. I was just more interested in the games. For NES as well, they have consoles as well. Do they have a top loader? Let's see what they have for NES. Okay, and they also include the Retron stuff in there too. May as well include that too. I mean, there are people who just want the actual console. But give them the option of having a clone console that might work just fine. Oh, see, here's a top loader. And comes with stuff. Doesn't come with a dog bone though. Come on now. Well, you're buying the top loader, not the controller. But those dog bone controllers are so great. They're so great. They're almost perfect. All right, Super Nintendo. Let's see what they have. Games, please. What's good? Oh, we're alphabetical. Hi to low. What do we got? We're gonna start off with the CIB stuff. Their Earthbound is sold out, but they do have a Chrono Trigger. Loose Cart Chrono Trigger and Loose Cart Earthbound are both sold out. So, but I also don't know if, like, maybe they've been sold out for a few years and they just haven't re-uploaded it yet. Oh, interesting. And they also have the indie stuff too. The not homebrew, but just the like the re-releases, stuff like that. And that was from, what was that, Retrobit, I think? Did Undercover Cop? Someone did. I don't know, so many companies anymore, it's hard to keep track. Pretty sure it's Retrobit. I'm pretty sure. They do. The Retrobit does a lot of those re-releases. Bunch of games that are sold out, alright. Come on now. Somebody wiped them out already. Did somebody do this video before I did? Here we go. Mr. Bloopy Saves the World. It's a homebrew. For $64.95. And Apocalypse 2, $64.95. For a loose cart? It's from Pico Interactive. I am familiar with Pico. They do those kind of re-releases. Pico Interactive will buy licensing for games that maybe weren't released or whatever, fix them up and then release them that way. So I don't know if I'd consider them homebrew. But here's a James Bond Jr. for $49.99 or $49.95. Yeah, they have a lot of games, but a lot of them are sold out, so it's hard to look for something. I saw Link to the Past there briefly for about 45. Yeah, I wish there's a way to categorize it. Well, I've got UN Squadron. Wish there was a way to categorize it. Wait a minute, is UN Squadron selling more than Brainlord? I think it was. Because here's UN Squadron and Brainlord, one of my favorites. Hello. Yeah, I wish it was just like, show me what's in stock. I don't care what's not there. Thank you for shopping at our place. Here's what we don't have. It's like, well, and that's a game that everyone's asking for, and you just say like, hey, just let you know up front, we don't have Mario Kart 64. That might be something. Price high to low. All right, what do we got? They had a sculptor's cut. It's no longer there. Or at least they said they had a sculptor's cut. 134 for Beast Wars. Is that how much Beast Wars is going for? Is it going for more than Conquer? I remember when Conquer was the one everyone was looking for. I mean, maybe it still kind of is. Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time Collector's Edition. What makes it a Collector's Edition? Cosmetically flawed. I can see that. Was this a gold cart? $89.95, huh? There's Earthworm Jim. Yep. Alrighty. What else is good? So, and I mean, and they put the CIB stuff right with the loose stuff. I don't have a problem with that. Well, I mean, I'm so much of a loose collector anyway. It's like I just want to play the game. It doesn't need to be in a box or anything. The box gets in the way. It's one more step for putting the game in. Unless it's like a CD game, then yeah, then I'll want to have a case for it. What's good for GameCube? All right. The first game I see here is Rally Championship at 100. And I'm not as familiar with GameCube. I mean, I love GameCube. It was my favorite system for a long time. Billy Hatcher, what a great one. They have a Mario Party, Mario Party 5. One of my favorite Mario Party games. Probably my second favorite Mario Party game is Mario Party 5. 6 being my favorite. And just, there's so much sold out. It's hard to tell. Mario Sunshine, does that go for $54.95? And again, I do like, and props to Retro Raven, they take photos of their own games, which is such a smart idea, because then you know exactly what you're getting. You know exactly what you're getting. Or does it become that weird thing where it's like, hey, can you send me a photo of the... Yeah. All right. Wii U Switch. Nah, I'm not as interested. I do like the fact that they have limited run games for sale here. Limited run games have built their whole model on pre-ordering games, and you get them a year later, whatever, however long it takes, depending. I think there are some people waiting for their games still 2 years later. Anymore, there's so many companies like Retro Raven. There are other ones as well. Pink Gorilla in Seattle is another one. Another Castle in Seattle too, Where anymore, it's like I don't even bother pre-ordering anymore because I can just walk into these stores and get them when they're finally released. I don't need to. I'm good. Instead of waiting, like here's my money now, and then wait, and then it may show up. I mean, it will show up. I've never had a game not show up. But then by the time it does show up, you're like, oh yeah, I forgot I ordered that. This time around, I can just walk in saying, oh yeah, I forgot that came out. I'm not unless it's like maybe it is a limited print run of like an NES homebrew or something that limited run that Games is doing, then yeah, I'll pre-order that one so I don't miss out. But there are so many times. Oh, they have the Sega CD version too. It's just nice that you can just go in like, oh, this would have been perfect. The like James. Oh no, this is the Switch version that happens to have, or the PlayStation where I have the NES slipcase. But it's nice because you can just walk in there and say like, oh hey, yeah, that game came out. That's right. I'll grab it. PlayStation 1 games, please. What do you got? Price high to low. Sold out, sold out, sold out. Come on. Oh, Bust a Groove. Love me the Bust a Groove games. Bust a Move in Japan. We already have a Bust a Move in America. Yeah, the Bust a Groove games are so good. And Silhouette Mirage as well. Now these are third-party cases. They made these cases because Silhouette Mirage and Bust a Groove 2 came in a jewel case. So, and disc is reprinted case, or disc in reprinted case. So they're letting you know up front. It's like, hey. So, but when it's a reprinted case, I would consider it loose, to be priced as loose. The fact that it comes in another case is fine, but it's not the original case, so I don't care. But you can click on disc in case, but the disc in case is sold out. And the disc in case would go for a few more bucks, as it should. So you are saving some money by buying it in a, secondary case. So instead of, if you just want to grab it loose, at least they're going to throw in a case that will keep it safe. And I'm okay with that, believe it or not. They're like, oh, they're selling a repro case, so it's like, but they're letting you know up front. And it's also clearly obvious because it's not in a jewel case, right? So that's fine. 3, 4, 5. What do we got? PlayStation 2. I'm not a PlayStation 2 collector, but just out of curiosity, most expensive game you got? What do you think it'll be? What do you think? What do you think? Oh, I have a copy of that. Is that going for that much more money now? I don't have a whole lot of PS2 games here. I do. I was a big fan of PlayStation 2 when it first came out. Pump It Up. Oh, is Pump It Up the like the Korean DDR with the diagonals? It looks like it is. They made that for PlayStation 2? How did I miss that? It may have come out when I was having kids or something. Or something like that. Oh, interesting. All right, well, let's while we're here. Sega. Now, if you just click on Sega, does it show everything Sega? It looks like it does. Oh, 3D glasses, very cool. Master System. I'm gonna be surprised if they have a few. They have a few. I am surprised. I shouldn't be surprised. I love Master System. They have Alf. They have a loose Alf. Great condition on this, too. Look at this. Wow. All right. Yeah, good condition. With original case. But it doesn't show the case. But well, they're showing the game. Interesting that they're not showing the case for it if it has the original case. Huh. Sure, Raston. There you go. Arcade classic. I keep on wanting to hit back. I want to hit back. I want to hit this. Sega Genesis games. Let's see what we got. What's good? What's good? Alphabetical? Nope. Priced high to low. These might be good here. Got a CIB Hyperstone Heist. Not bad. In case. That's a great condition on this one, too. Yeah. Nicely done. Do they have the option for a reprinted case? No. It's sold out, whatever. Complete. Yeah. Nice. Not that you'd want one, but I mean, if so, maybe it'd be loose, sure. Viewpoint. Interesting. Oh, I love Haunting. See, it's fun just to go through these too, where it's like, Jewel Master. You're like, oh, this game sold out. Or they have this game. You're like, oh, yeah, I forgot about that game. And I forgot about, let's see if I can find a game I forgot about. Sonic and Knuckles for 40. Interesting. Bimini Run. That's a pretty fun one. Mutant League Hockey. I mean, I don't know. Well, you know what I mean. It's like, something like, oh, Dick Tracy, I forgot, I had a great time playing. Or Battle Master. Forget all about Battle Master. I gotta grab Battle Master. Whatever. Whatever fits your fancy, I guess. 32X. Oh, let's look at this Dreamcast and Saturn. They have a few that are in stock. I just wanted to scroll down really quickly because sometimes this is like there's 3 games, right? And they do have the Street Fighter collection, but they don't have Magic Knight Ray Earth. Yeah. Yep. And then let's look at Dreamcast. I do love me some Dreamcast. There's a lot of Dreamcast collectors too, more than I would anticipate. Date old to new. No. Oh, that might be a bad idea too. Like you can date newest to oldest for like fresh in stock, and hopefully get the upper hand on somebody. Jump in before they get a chance to buy it themselves. Yeah, Dreamcast looks pretty dry here. But if you go date new to old, I'm guessing that means when it was added last. Okay, so yeah, I think it was because this Coaster Works. Not a lot of people are looking out for Coaster Works, but they have one, probably sealed, I'm guessing. They have handhelds, Atari, and then others. This see like TurboGrafx 16 and stuff. I'll look at the other. I'll look at that here in a moment. Game Boy Classic. Let's see what we got. I do love me some Game Boy Classic. I didn't mean to do that. Sorry. Go back. Game Boy Classic. Price high to low. And you're looking at. It's just going to show you everything from Game Boys and games. Sold out. Everything's sold out. Outside of the things. The Avenging Spirit. This is the Retrobit re-release. They have one of those devices to play on your television, which is nice. 7 pages of Game Boy Classic. And the first. Let's see, we're already dropping in price here. What's the first game you have in stock? And maybe they live in an area where just games come and go all the time. Free shipping on orders 25 or more. That's always good. And did I crash it? And I crashed I crashed it. It's still thinking. Well. What you got for Virtual Boy? Do you have a Virtual Boy? Do you have a Virtual Boy in stock? 0 games in stock for Virtual Boy. I was hoping to find a system. Not that I need one. I have one. It's just see what they have. What is the most expensive Atari 2600 game you have? You'd be surprised. There are some Atari 2600 games that go for a little bit here. And Mario Brothers at $2,000. That seems a little off. 1999.95. Good condition. That's good condition? Come on. I don't know about that. I don't know about that price either. But, I mean, if you can sell it for that price, who might have... See, Kangaroo, that's great. Almost has the same damage on both. Jungle Hunt's a favorite of mine. Checkers. I know everyone's going out of their way to get their hands on their Checkers for the Atari 2600. Jaguar, no. All right, I gotta scroll down a little bit because this thing, as it pops up. Okay, they do have TurboGrafx 16 Vintage Tech 3DO. Let me click on TurboGrafx 16 first, just so I can see. Best-selling. Yeah, Splatterhouse would be a bestseller. Price high to low. I know collecting TurboGrafx 16 is almost a rich man's sport, but I do like a TurboGrafx 16. $200 for that controller. It only needs one controller. There's only one controller port, unless you get the Turbo Tap. What's that thing called? The 5-player thing. Then we have, the sports games. Rough. And only the 1 page. Okay. Had to see it. And I'm curious about vintage. Are these like nothing matches yours? Well, I'm using your nothing matches in your search. I'm just using your own. I'm using your search. All right, let's just look at more other. Let's look at everything other. Everything other. And this is where you get like PC, CD, high, low. You got your TurboGrafx 16 console. We just saw that a moment ago. You have a boxed Atari 2600. Those boxes are huge, too. You have a Tiger handheld. You got the M Classic. A lot of people like using their M Classic. Video driver. I remember seeing this. This is one of the items that they had at Southeast Game Exchange. The video driver. So it's like you have your little car at the bottom of the screen, and then it's a VCR thing that you can. It's like simulating like changing lanes and stuff like that. I've never seen one before. I've never heard of one before. And maybe if I missed out on my opportunity, I can order this one. Free shipping on orders over $25, so I'd get free shipping on it. $100 for it might make a cool video. Maybe buy it, turn it into a video, and the video itself makes $100. Pays for itself. Well, look at it. Anybody can do that. Doesn't have to be me. It can be you. Something unique from Sega. Sega made a lot of unique designs anyway. Well, this is kind of cool. I do like these guys, and the people who were running this booth were really, really, really nice. They were really cool and down to earth, and that goes. Check out PS Vita here. That'll go for miles for me here. Price high to low. I'm looking at the clock so I don't miss work here. You can get a system. It looks like a lot of the games are sold out too. A couple games are in stock though. Not many. Okay. Neat. Oh, they have Japanese games too. All right, and the new release. Since we're here, new releases recently added. So they are showing you a few things that they just added. If you're looking for a deal, $25 or below. The rare stuff. Well, we'll could have just started with that. Talk about. Is Rambo rare complete? Well, I don't know. Kirby's Tilt and Tumble. That's kind of a fun one. You got a boxed Model 2 Sega CD, my preferred Sega CD. The Model 1 looks neat and everything, but the Model 2 just felt like it worked better. Okay, so there's a couple things you can look out for, and then it shows everything on the side here. This would have been handy. Including your Jaguar games. Fair enough. All right, Retro Raven. This is not sponsored or endorsed, of course. This is just brought to my attention. It's like, oh, may as well do a video. Doing some Windows shopping. Let's check out Retro Raven. And thank you for watching. I've done this before. You can check out these other online game stores as well. Thank you much.